B. You will hear a radio interview with a chief inspector talking about a funny crime story. For questions 1 to 10, complete the sentences.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am James Smith, and welcome once again to our weekly radio programme which brings you strange but true crime stories from around the world. Today we are here with Chief Inspector Steve Robinson from Scotland Yard. Welcome, Chief Inspector Robinson. How are you today?
Thank you for having me, James. I'm fine, and you?
I'm great, thank you. I understand you have quite an unusual story to tell us today. I am sure our listeners will really enjoy it.
Yes, James, this is quite an interesting story, one that actually made all of us at Scotland Yard laugh out loud.
Wow, that sounds really worth hearing. Tell us more about it.
Early on the morning of the 28th of March, we got a frantic call from R.J. Holder, the manager of a Mercedes-Benz showroom. He told us that he had gone to the delivery yard located at the rear of the showroom to prepare for a delivery of engine parts. When he returned to the showroom, he was astonished to find that he had been robbed of 5 luxury cars and that the front door was unlocked.
That is a lot of vehicles. It must have been an inside job.
Initially, that is what we thought, and we sent a couple of detectives to the showroom. As they began their investigation, they found there was no sign of forced entry. All they found was the unlocked door with the keys on the inside, and a trail of chewing gum wrappers leading away from the front entrance.
How strange. Where did it lead?
The officers followed the trail to an abandoned warehouse about 1 mile away from the showroom.
1 mile? That is quite a distance. Guess it was lucky that it wasn't windy that morning.
Actually, what happened was whoever was chewing the gum used the wrappers to dispose of their already chewed gum, and that weighed them down. That's why they didn't get blown away.
That is quite lucky. So, what did your detectives find at the warehouse?
When the detectives entered the warehouse, they were greeted by a security guard who was chewing gum. The detectives began questioning the security guard, at which point he took out a piece of chewing gum with the exact same wrapper as the ones the detectives had found earlier.
It seems the thief fell right into your hands.
Yes, it was our lucky day. But the story gets even more interesting. When we took him back to Scotland Yard to get a warrant to search the rest of the warehouse and to question him, he confessed to everything.
What did he say?
He told us that he and 5 of his friends had visited the showroom on the afternoon of the 27th of March, pretending to be customers, and that they proceeded to hide in the boots of the 5 vehicles, while the 6th member caused a distraction by pretending to have a heart attack.
That is fascinating. But how did they get out of the showroom?
They waited until the showroom closed, then made their way around finding the keys to each vehicle. When Mr. Holder opened the showroom the next morning, he left the keys on his desk and went to the delivery yard to prepare for the delivery. The thieves took the keys, opened the front showroom door, put the vehicles into neutral and quietly pushed them out into the street. Then they started the engines and made their way to the warehouse.
But what were the chewing gum wrappers all about?
That is the funniest part. It seems that the security guard was trying to give up smoking and had taken up chewing gum instead. His anxiety about the robbery caused him to go through 10 packets, which led us right to the warehouse.
So, would they have got away if it hadn't been for the wrappers?
Most likely. They had a well-thought-out plan. They had a cargo ship waiting at the port so they could transport the cars to Barcelona in the afternoon. If they had managed to do so, it would have been very difficult for us to catch them.
Thank you for that great story. I'm sure we all had a laugh.
Thank you for having me. I wish you continued success in your programme.
I hope everyone enjoyed our programme this week. We will be back on the air next week, same time, with another strange but true crime story. Have a great day.